Spectacular Scarlet Spider.
What's up guys, Spectacular Scarlet Spider 118 here, and today I have yet another costume review. Today I'll be reviewing the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit from printcostume.com. Let's just jump straight into it. So, first things first, I wanted to bring up the face shell by Tjack and assembled by Portugeek. I have a whole review on this face shell up on the channel, so if you want to check that out, it's one of the more recent videos. I think it's the one I posted before this. So I'm not going to go too much into detail with this face shell. I just want to note that it is by Tjack and Portugeek. It cost about $200 something to get assembled through Portugeek, and I think it's very much worth it. I think this is one of my favorite face shells ever. So just wanted to point that out quickly, and I'll go into a little bit of the details of the mask. But the suit itself, here it is, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. Color fabrics, first thing, and the pattern is by Gilbert. So I think they have this pattern listed on Print Costume. I will link the suit below and through Print Costume's website as well. Before I jump into anything else, I want to say quickly to use code SCARLET118 at Print Costume, which saves you 15% on your orders and allows me to produce content like this to show you guys that Print Costume is truly worth it, because honestly, this is one of my favorite costumes now, and I've only had it for a few days, and it's not even done, because I am going to puff paint this. But the colors on this are amazing. Usually I'm more of a guy for a brighter blue on my Spider-Man suits. I'm more of a brighter kind of bluish color, but the dark blue color fabrics on this have just they speak volumes. This suit and the darker red, I love this suit so much. And it's funny because I am a person who nitpicked the hell out of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit many years ago for a long time. There's a couple things about the design of the suit. How I didn't like how wide the belt was. I didn't like how on the back spider, or like on the back of the suit, like the blue sections kind of curve upwards like that. And you know, I didn't like how high the gloves were. But then after rewatching The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and No Way Home, I was like, screw all that. I love this suit and I'm tired of pretending I don't. So let's get right into it. Sorry about my little backstory there, but I wanted to kind of, you know, show my love-hate relationship with the suit, because I love it now, but I used to hate it. Anyways, what I got in this suit, for, as you know, color fabrics, detached mask, wrist zippers as usual, the 3D printed spiders, because with color fabrics, whenever you're ordering a color fabric suit from Print Costume, you're going to need to do the 3D logos, because if not, the black spiders will not absorb correctly into the red fabric, and they won't show up well. And you can actually see what I mean with the web lines, and I will get into this a little bit more, but they're kind of faded. When I do a more up-close personal look at the suit quickly, you'll see that in better detail. And also, if you didn't do the 3D raised emblems, the red on the back spider would be completely invisible because the blue fabric would absorb it. So if you get color fabrics, you need to do the 3D printed emblems. It's worth it in general because the quality on this is amazing. This is a rubbery-ish foam material. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it's definitely raised up. You'll see that closer up in a minute. And then the front emblem, kind of same thing, but it's more of a jersey fabric here. But worth it on that regard. In general, I just think that this is very beautiful. And something to note, because in the past, Print Costume has had difficulties getting textures onto color fabrics, but I am surprised to see now that they've kind of gotten a lot better at it. And it's hard to tell in this lighting, but once I get up and close and personal, like I keep saying, the textures have shown up on the darker blues, and they've shown up on the reds a lot better, like the brick patterns have shown up. And so that's something that hasn't necessarily happened as much with color fabrics in the past. So it's kind of a step forward, and I'm glad to see improvement with that with Print Costume. Again, wrist zippers, the way that works is literally, if I can find it, yes, here it is. You take the zipper on the wrist and you pull it down, and boom. This allows you to use your hands freely if you need to use your phone. In fact, I can just show you it on this suit. This is what wrist zippers are. You kind of sometimes have to pull your hand out of the glove a little bit, but you literally just pull it down like that, and then you can pull your arm out, and hey, look, now I can use my hands. But basically, that's kind of what wrist zippers are. They're really helpful. Another thing you need to do with color fabric suits is that you need to get a U-shaped zipper. which allows the 3D logos to kind of be in place, because if you've got a vertical back zipper, which is the default on these color fabric suits, or on these normal Spider-Man suits, my apologies, then it would intersect the 3D logo and it wouldn't come out properly. So you get to use U-shaped zippers because it allows the logos to exist where they are. And it's what it is basically is it's a zipper from one underarm to the other. And I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of them, but you know, they get the job done. They're not too difficult. So I'll unzip that to show you guys what I mean. If I can find the zipper, there they are. So basically, here's one underarm, you bring it down all the way around, you bring it around the belt area, and then all the way back up. And that'll open up the suit. And look at the colors on here. So you can see the difference between how they print it, which just comes out like a lot darker. And then this is the color they printed on. Big difference there. And that's color fabric for you, unlike this suit I'm wearing right now, which is dye sub, it's white fabric. It's up to preference. You don't necessarily have to get these suits on color fabric. It's really up to preference. I'm going to have a whole video kind of going between the different fabric options for color, for a print costume. So you'll see kind of the differences between them and what's worth it on one, may not be worth it on another. Basically with color fabrics, I love getting them because I love vibrant colors, and especially with a movie suit being on color fabrics in general, I wanted to kind of honor the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit that way. And also, you know, I'm trying to get this to be at least accurate enough to my liking, so that's why I'm going to be puff painting the webbing. And I'm trying to zip this up a little bit just so it's not flopping all over the place when I'm trying to talk about it. But one thing that I did note earlier that I said that I'd touch up on again later on in the video is that the web lines are a little faded, and I was a little disappointed by this because on the pattern they seem dark enough to where the red wouldn't absorb them, but these web lines are supposed to be just about as dark as they are on this mask, in this costume, but they kind of come out faded because the red fabric absorbs the grayish black webs and makes it faded. So when I puff paint the suit using, I think it's slick black metallic puff paint is what I'm going to be using, and I have started to practice on a spare sheet of paper. Whenever you're puff painting, practice it, because you never know when that can go wrong. But whenever I start to puff paint it, or whenever I'm going to start puff painting it, it's going to make the webbing shine a little bit. The last feature that I got on this are Kung Fu shoes. What these are, I think they cost $30 extra on your suit. They're built-in shoes. I recommend them over soles. Soles are nice, but Kung Fu shoes give you that extra protection to your feet, and your foot is secure because there's literally like a boot that's built in here that you slip your foot into. So recommend it over soles. Quickly, I guess we'll take another look at the mask. I got a vertical back zipper on the mask, and obviously the shell is on there. And again, I recommend Tjack and Portugeek. Great stuff from them. But otherwise, yeah, that's about it for the suit. Let's take a closer look quickly, and then I'm going to put the suit on. All right, here's the suit up close and personal. Again, this face shell, I can't describe how much I love it. It's so beautiful. It reflects very well. And the white is just, it's so pure. I love it. Tjack's Portugeek again. But let's take a look at the red sections here. You can tell the web lines are very much absorbed. There's a weird kind of reddish orange color as it looks like here, because this is supposed to be black. This is supposed to be as black as this spider right here, all these web lines. And they kind of are darker, but you can tell, especially like right here in these sections, that they're not all the way through with the color they're supposed to be. And this is something I didn't see coming, but I probably should have. So, but I also did want to note that, again, look, the brick textures actually came up, and they show up on this, which is kind of a surprise because, again, color fabrics have had an issue with that in the past. And I'm more surprised that they showed up on these blue sections. It printed a lot darker because that's how it was on the pattern, because as you could see earlier when I showed the inside of the suit, it's a brighter blue fabric, but that allows these textures to seep through. And I am very pleased with Print Costume's job here. Like, color fabrics, I know I talk about it a lot, but I love them so much. Here is the emblem, very good quality. Doesn't pop. It's not urethane as I think it's supposed to be in the movie, or maybe it's screen printed. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Amazing Spider-Man movie suits that much, but Again, here's the wrist zippers right here, as I showed how they worked earlier. Just pull it down. The belt. And another thing you get with color fabrics is that it's all stitched together. It's not just like printed on one big piece and stitched together that way. No, this is all different pieces stitched together, which I love. This back emblem, I love this back emblem so much. And again, the U-shaped zipper, just gonna open that up a little bit just to show you guys the inside once more. Well, that's fine. The difference there is crazy. The shoe, bring it up. It's all good, looks good. So, I'm not gonna waste your time anymore, guys. Let's get this suit on and show you what it looks like. Well, here it is. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 costume from printcostume.com on color fabrics, might I add. Tell me what you guys think down below. Personally, I couldn't be more happier with the results. Obviously, the webbing being a little faded, as you can tell, is a little disappointing, but given the fact that I was going to puff paint it anyways, doesn't really matter to me, so I can take it or leave it. This suit is going to be a little bit, more outstanding looking than it already is. And again, use code SCARLET118 at printcostume.com for 15% off your orders. I hate to do the self-promo thing here, but it does help a lot. But in general, back to the suit here, this face shell is perfect. Portugeek and Tjack's really did a great job piecing it together and just making it look movie accurate, because this is the movie accurate shell. I think it's the most well-looking shell I have. It's the best looking shell I have. But the colors reflect very well in the light. That's what I love about color fabrics. They kind of shine. They have a nice shine to it. They're very silky feeling. Very happy with the suit in general, but let's take a look at the back of the costume real quick here. I have to go on an awkward lower angle to show you guys, but I think the back emblem is one of the highlights of the suit, personally. But in general, I have a love-hate relationship with this costume, and kind of finally getting it and seeing how it looks on me, it makes me feel great. This suit makes me feel like Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is one of my favorites, and so I couldn't be happier with it. Again, I recommend Print Costume more than anything. Patterned by Brandon Gilbert, shell by Tjack and Portugeek. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the costume or print costume or anything, let me know down below. But in general, that seems to be it. So like and subscribe, share the video, follow me on Instagram at SpectacularScarSpare. Use code SCARLET118 at Print Costume for 15% off your orders. Not only does that help you save some money, but it also helps me produce this content and show you guys that Print Costume is truly worth it, because they knocked it out of the park with this one. A little warning also I might add before I end it. Print Costume has been a little backed up with their orders lately. They're trying to get back on top of it, but there's been a longer wait. Usually shipping is about 2 weeks, but now it's been pushed back to 3 or 4. And also price range for this, I think I might add that as well. They sent this to me for free because I am a sponsor through them. But with everything I got on the suit, with the wrist zippers, the kung fu shoes, the zippers, the emblems and everything, detached mask and whatnot, you're looking at about 130, 150, maybe 60 or so ballpark range, and that 15% that you will save with code SCARLET118 will knock that down substantially. It does help a lot. But anyways, like, subscribe, share the video, follow me on Instagram at SpectacularScarSpare. I already went through all of that, so tell me what you think down below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Spectacular ScarSpare 118 out. See you guys.